action. The proof's in the pudding. It's not.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC South. It's the Titans and the Jags, coming up next.
With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range.
The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short, it's Levis. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Harris running straight ahead, trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. In motion left goes Allen. Again, it's Harris on second down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Levis in trouble. Down he goes. There's a sack. It takes us to a 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat, but a first down. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Finding room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Again, it's Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Anthony Schwartz, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. Oh, some strong running. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have one bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And caught up. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. Give him 2 on the play there, and it's good enough for a Tennessee first down. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Got his man, Okonkwo. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. 3rd and goal, here's Levis. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Ashton Doolin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense back out again, and there's the burner, Anthony Schwartz. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive where you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Now 2nd and 9. Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Etienne up the middle. A beautiful fake. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Levis to throw off play action. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Here's Levis setting up the screen. Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Levis trying to get his guys set as quickly as possible. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Levis to throw once more. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He's got his target. That's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Levis now on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Here's Levis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. And Levis going back to the air. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone as the first.
That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now an option play on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And this one is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Taking on the midfield logo. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First and 10. Here's Levis. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in-rack going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from. Back to the air on second down. Levis.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. best decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Now a first down carry for Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They run again with Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards. He needed 10. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the... And they will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tajay Spears, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An extra point by Ryland up and good. And it's now 21-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand it.
Well, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Levis to throw it.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Levis is that's taken in by Okonkwo.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
Little bootleg here. Levis
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Levis To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence, escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case,
well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Hand off to Spears. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
The Spears with another carry. A strong running. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Haskins now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Levis from the gun. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And we pause for an injury here. It looks like it's Keenan Allen who's in some pain down there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now Levis. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Haskins not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Levis. Touchdown! Traylon Burks, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Ryland up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown!
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just about not getting the field, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rule, tackles. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Levis, a short throw taken in by Okonkwo. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, it's Levis. That one's taken in by Spears. And down he'll go at the 25. And this offense on third down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Levis on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He'll take a shot here for Patton. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and run it here. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Spears.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Right back to Spears. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be sacrificing just to get up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
As he's on to punt for Tennessee. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. A short throw to Ingram. Into space at the 45.
And finally brought down at the 38. It's a game of 35.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there?
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Lawrence to throw.
This is caught. It's Kirk.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 19.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in the play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Throwing now, Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
Back to throw, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
Mitchell will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game.
What a start to the season. This has been back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. Out of the gun again to Spears.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Levis, he'll look to throw it. He gets this one to Burks.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's Levis. Over the middle, he has a Conqueror. And they'll have another first down up to the 40.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
This is 1st and 10. Levis. He'll complete this one. You'll Conqueror.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
First throw of overtime for Will Levis.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And here's a give to Spears. And he works his way forward to pick up 40 yards there. Second down.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So third down coming up. But Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5.
Incomplete as well. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
How did he stay on his feet? And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. Backed up deep in their own territory, they were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
First and 10. 49-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And a loose football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down.
They will dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and a game winner in OT.
That was an excellent come from behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter.
We got London on the trip.
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been the prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure.